Okay, this is my first YouTube video in case you are new here. I'm glad you stopped by. Why am I so nervous? I'm literally just talking to my phone. Okay, anyways. Oh, that's my dog Cash. He wants to be featured. So Cash. You did a good boy. Okay, so I wanted to he's like, who are you talking to? Anyways, so my name is Alicia and I am the owner of Pup Co. We do custom illustrations of dogs and we print them on different products like mugs and blankets and hoodies and t-shirts and stuff like that. I also make stickers, and then we also have a few accessories like dog mom hats and like some different pre-made sticker packs. And I kind of wanted to share a little bit how we got started and where I kind of got the idea for Pup Co. and kind of how we started off as business owners. So basically, I'll try not to say 200 million times, but anyways, so basically, Gabe is my fiance, we have always kind of wanted to have our own business. We don't really like working for other people, and it's kind of something that we share. So we always knew that we wanted to have our own business and have multiple streams of income. So before we started Pup Co, we actually launched an Amazon store selling different dog toys, and that was just kind of an experiment just to kind of see what it was like starting our own business. And we started an LLC with that, and it was really kind of a good experience just to kind of get out there in the business world and see like the different costs of things and what it costs to start up an LLC, as well as product costs and learning about product margins and incorporating ad costs into the cost of the product, and then just kind of seeing exactly what we are what we were kind of capable of, and just learning a lot of new things about business. So we've had our Amazon store for a while, and I think it was December or January, around that time, it was just kind of like a random thing that happened. I happened to be wearing like this t-shirt. I'll see if I can find a picture of it, but it was from like a thrift store or something, and it had a little icon of 101 Dalmatians, you know, the little dog. And it was this really cute shirt, and I don't know why I like wore it that certain day, but Gabe was like, that's a really cute shirt. You should like see if you can try to get Cash on there. And I was like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. So then the idea was kind of like ruminating in my head a little bit throughout the weekend, and I think Friday I just like was okay, I think I'm just gonna like start and see what I can come up with, like on Photoshop and on Canva. I'm a graphic designer, that's my daytime job, and I work in marketing, so I was very familiar with how Photoshop works, and I was very familiar with Canva, which is like the main tool that I use. So I kind of just started with a picture of him, of Cash, and just kind of saw like what I could come up with. The first ones, I'm not gonna lie, they were really bad. Like, I'll put some up here, but as like over the weekend I just watched like a million YouTube videos on how to do like dog cartoons, and yeah, I just watched like a ton of YouTube videos on it, and I kind of followed along in Photoshop. And since I was already pretty familiar with Photoshop, I like learned it pretty quickly. But yeah, after that weekend, I kind of was just like, okay, well, I mean, okay, I could figure out how to do one that looked pretty decent of Cash. So what if we like turn this into a thing? And so like over the next couple of days, I was like trying to come up with a name for it, and I literally just went on Instagram and I just started typing in like different usernames to see what was available. And then I just came across the name Pup Co, and I figured out that that actually was available. And then I looked on Shopify to see if that domain was available, and it was. So then I was just like, to Gabe, I was just like, okay, well, maybe I should just like dive in and go for it and see what happens. And I'm so glad I did that because it turned into something that we like didn't even think it would at the beginning. We were just thinking it would be like just, I was just doing it just for fun, but it actually turned into something really cool. So basically from there I just started practicing more, started posting on the Instagram a little bit about like my progressions, and I would literally just like Google pictures of dogs and practice it from there, and that allowed me to like really get into my kind of style of doing them, since my style is a little bit different than everybody else's. And yeah, that's kind of how Pup Co originated, how it started. So we're definitely the kind of people that if we decide we want to do something, we just do it, and we just like dive in and then like kind of just figure it out from there. So that's pretty much what we did with Pup Co. I did not know that it would like reach what it has today. I mean, I'm talking about it like it's making like $2 million a year. It's definitely not that point yet, but it's come a long ways from when we just started. So when we first started, it was just basically I was just messaging people and offering them like free illustrations for in exchange for like a shout out on their page. And since there are so many dog pages and people like love their dogs, of course people are gonna want their dog to be illustrated. So that's kind of how I got a little bit of traction in the beginning, and then people really started liking the illustrations that I was doing, that I was posting to the page, to our Instagram page. And then yeah, that's kind of how the Instagram page got started. And then I am also like I work in web design too, so it's pretty easy for me to build the Shopify page out, and Shopify makes it super easy, so very easy for me to do that. So once we got the website up and we got the Instagram page going a little bit, we just started kind of adding products from there, seeing exactly what we could start with. And I just started with 3 products, so it wasn't a big selection. I had the digital print, which is basically they would buy a digital file from me of an illustration of their dog, and then I'd email the actual file to them so they could like share it on their Instagram and stuff like that. And then I also had a print, so like a framed, well, I had the framed print and then I had the regular print, so the like print without the frame. And then yeah, those were the first 3 products that we started with, and right now I think we have maybe 10. So we're definitely growing and it's very exciting. We're just gonna continue to grow Pup Co, and yeah, I mean, it's very exciting. We're very proud of where it is now, although it's not at the point that we want it to be. We are also the kind of people that we are like never happy with the way things are, and we just always want it to continually improve, and I think that's okay, especially in business. But we have a lot to learn, and it's definitely been a learning process for me. I recently purchased a Cricut to help with making the stickers, and that is not very fun to learn, and it can be a little bit difficult like with calibration and all that stuff, but definitely a learning curve for me, but I'm getting the hang of it for sure. And we're just kind of learning as we go along. Nothing's perfect. Yeah, we're gonna make mistakes that way, but I think it's better to just dive in and do it rather than just doing all this planning beforehand and then never actually doing it, because that's one of the things that I really like about Gabe and I, is that we just say, okay, we're gonna do this, and we just do it. We don't like spend forever like writing out like long business plans and like thinking about everything beforehand. Yeah, it's good to have a plan ahead, but if we do plan, it's really not a lot. We just dive in and go for it, which is what I really like about us, and I think that's a valuable skill to have. I know a lot of people that want to start. I know a lot of people. Okay, I have like 2 friends, but what I mean to say is I know of a lot of people that say that they want to start a business, or they really want to start anything. They want to like get to a better state with their fitness, or they want to start a YouTube channel or something like that, and then they just spend days and months and even years preparing for it, but never actually do it. There's a quote on the wall. One second, let me read it. Ideas are worth nothing without execution, and I definitely believe that. And another reason that I am starting this YouTube channel, just because I'm tired of just being like, oh, maybe I'll start it one day, and not sure what would come of it. What would I talk about? Blah blah blah. Like, I don't care if nobody watches this. It's just a mental thing for me that, okay, I tried it, I started it, it doesn't work out, that's fine. I'm just gonna keep going and see what happens. And that's kind of the mentality that I have with Pup Co too. Of course, I believe in it and I know that it's going to be successful, but if it doesn't, I'm just gonna start another business and keep trying and keep going until I have hit on something that is successful and allows us to live the kind of lifestyle that we want to live, which is basically just being financially free and not having to go into an office every day to work on building someone else's dreams when you could be doing that for yourself. So that's kind of the point where we want to get to. We have a lot of different approaches that we want to take. My fiance is very skilled in real estate and he's very knowledgeable about that. So that's one of the other streams of income that we're going to incorporate. And yeah, there's a lot of ways to make money. It's endless. And I definitely believe that, money is not scarce. There's a good analogy that my boyfriend or my fiance always talks about. So if you imagine like a giant lake, like, what is that giant lake called? I can't remember the name, but Lake Erie. So, okay, imagine that as like that lake is dollar bills, right? And let me see if I can explain this. I don't know if I can. Okay, the lake is a lot of dollar bills, right? Imagine it like all the money in the world is in that lake. So if you take like a gallon of an empty gallon and you fill up your water bottle with that gallon, that ends up being, okay, scratch this, bad. Okay, I can't explain it. I'll have to get my fiance to explain it. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is that there's no shortage of money, and I wholeheartedly believe that. Why do I sound like a motivational speaker? I'm not a motivational speaker. Okay. Anyways. So I just kind of wanted to get into where we get our motivation from and how we started Pup Co. And I'm really excited to continue growing Pup Co. And I know it's going to end up being a huge thing, and I'll probably look back on this YouTube video and be like, what was I talking about? But I'm really grateful for all the support that we've received so far, and I'm sure I'll make some other YouTube videos kind of showing the process and days in the life and stuff like that. But you can also check out the Instagram, which is Pup Co, PUPNCO. And that I have a lot of reels on there, just like of me doing stupid stuff. So it's kind of funny to watch if you want to. And then, yeah, if you want to check out our website, it's pupandco.com. And we are always adding new products, adding some t-shirts today actually, so that's exciting. And yeah, we're very excited to see, how many times can I say the word excited, where it's going to go, and we're just grateful for all the support that we've received and hope you enjoyed it.